Hi, how's it going this afternoon? I was just getting my tools ready for you. So, yeah, we're doing some arrangements on color theory, and I think it's time for us to make a pink arrangement. And so I don't have any pink tools. I have red ones, and so on our color card, it's interesting because when we start to talk about colors, there's a little guide here about tints, tones, and shades. And so pink is actually a tint of red because you take red and you add white. If it was a tone, we would add gray and we would get like a mauve color. And then if it was a shade, we would add black and we get like a maroon color. So we're going to do a pink one today. And that will be fun. And we'll talk about the color pink. So maybe your favorite color is pink. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We are making it in a frosted container. I'm actually going to slip this container into another pink container that I have. I love that because I like this frosted container, and it happens to fit down inside this pottery container that I have. And the pottery container is porous, so I don't really want it to crack or craze or leak. And so I use this wonderful little frosted cylinder down inside, and it hides perfectly. But I have to remember to go in always and check the water because I think that's super important for us to do that. So we are going to do a pink arrangement today. How about that? And we're using our bypass cutter and our compact pruner from our friends at Dram. Compact pruner and bypass cutter. These are in the Color Point collection. I believe that Dram made a pink collection one time for breast cancer. Because I have a pink one, but it's no longer pink. It faded. And I came with I got a bypass pruner and a hammer and a screwdriver, I think, somehow. I don't know. I think it was at a home show. So anyway, but yeah, so there's that. But so we're using these red ones today. And you can get these at any independent nursery or garden center across the country. Okay, Dram, Dramm is the company that does that. I hope you have your favorite beverage for today. I've got mine. This is iced coffee today because it's hot outside. And it was just a perfect day. I actually harvested from the garden this morning, and then I got these from my friend Barb Esch at Hope Dahlias. Okay, and great little local flower resource for me. I think that's wonderful. We all have those, right? I mean, and maybe your local flower resource is your grocery store, or maybe your local flower resource is your professional florist. Nothing wrong with that. I'm always looking for flowers anywhere I can find them. And that's the best part about that, is being able to have flowers, because I want to have flowers in the house. So I also harvested in the garden this morning too. So we're going to use some of those garden flowers in this arrangement as well. So we are going to start. I have lots of pink to choose from, it appears. So what am I going to use for foliage? I am actually going to use a piece of my burning bush, because I used this in the last one. So you can go back if you're interested in yellow or orange and see the other videos that we have, because I felt like this looked orange. But I think that coloration on there, if I put it with pink, it's going to look pink, don't you? Right? So that could be sensational. So let's see what happens with this. I'm actually going to cut it there. So I'm going to have 3. There we go. So I have 3 pieces that I can use. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off anything that's going to fall below the water line. Boom. Okay. And we always start with a structure. We always start with a structure inside our vase because it makes it easier for us to arrange flowers. And I want it to be easy. I want it to be fun. Okay? Look at that. And see, sometimes it's funny because some people say, well, your arrangement's already full. Yeah, I know. Because it makes it so much easier to go in there and place flowers if there's a little bit of that structure there. And so we'll go there. Look at that. Okay. So a little cylinder vase, nice big hole like this in it. 3 pieces of foliage down in there like this. 1, 2, 3 pieces of foliage crisscrossing down inside there. And then our flowers can go into that. I have this. Here's my spirea. I love my spirea. It's beautiful. And it's out there right now, and it's blooming. This is the time of year, and so I have told you about this before. It's so cute because I was doing it. I was taking it out of the bucket back here, and there's all these little pink dots all over here because these are going to be the last blooms probably of this season, but I cut them early this morning when it was nice and cool. The irrigation system had gone off in the middle of the night. I just readjusted my irrigation system to make sure that everybody's getting plenty of water because it is hot right now. My irrigation guy, Mr. Bill, who you are going to meet in season 3 because we added a new piece to the garden with our friends from Proven Winners. He's going to come adjust my sprinklers because I got a couple flowers that are not getting the full attention they should. And so we need to adjust it just a little bit. So I love this. I love this spirea. It grows right on the path, right towards the front door. And Kel always wants me to trim it back. And so this is when I'm trimming it back. I'm trimming it back right now as we're, these flowers are coming on and we're doing that. So now let's look at this. So speaking of Kel, we're going to use one of his favorite flowers from our garden. And that is this pretty, and I don't know. Now look, I'm going to show it to you back here because I think when I get it close to you, it's going to look white. It is blush pink Astilbe. And these are from bushes that I had years ago. I put in a couple ago, and they are finally getting up to their full potential. They are growing. They are going crazy. And, one of my neighbors was walking by and said, "You're cutting that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to make arrangements." Obviously, they don't watch PBS. But yeah, that's what I do. I cut everything in the yard for making into arrangements because that's what I want to do. I want to make arrangements that I can give away, that I can share with other people, that I can take to my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law or my friend whose birthday it is across the street, or anything. I want to do that. I want to share them. I want to enjoy that because as I am arranging these flowers, my body is releasing endorphins that make me feel more relaxed and more calm. I love that. And the act of you picking up those flowers and cutting off those stems with your tools, whatever tool you may have, is making you feel better. We've been talking about, I have my color card. This is my color card. There's a great little color wheel on the front and on the back. There's lots of information. And one of those pieces of information is about color horoscopes. So pink is actually the color that visually tastes sweeter than any other color. Isn't that interesting? Visually tastes sweeter. Do you suppose that's because bubblegum is pink? What do you think? You think maybe? Look at this from Barb. Look at that little dianthus. Isn't that cute as a button? Oh, all the different tints, tones, and shade of pink in there. Barb has a couple pieces of spirea like me too back here. We've got some zinnias that we're going to use. I'm just kind of trying to go through here. Oh, more spirea, more zinnia, more dianthus. One more pink here. One more pink here. One more pink here. One more pink here. Oh, and there's a sunflower back in here. Of course there's. If you watched the other day, you know that I was finding all my sunflowers. And I have this guy right back here too. This is one of my zinnias. Look at that. And then I picked this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lily this morning, which was my first pink lily in there. And I was walking through the door. I ran into the side of the door with it and knocked off the stems, or the petals. Nice, right? I was so pleased with myself. Oh, well. So we're going to put this in the middle of this, and we're going to let that other bud open up. Okay, and we'll just say, we're sorry. And so what I'll do is I'll add this zinnia next to it right there so I can distract. from the fact that you can't see the other part of that lily. And maybe I'll even tuck in a couple of these little snapdragons. So pink is the sweetest, is a sweeter color when we visually sweeter because it looks like bubblegum. Also, it's the color of innocence. You know, think about, you know, like we baby pink, you know, of course pink is the color of innocence. That's exactly right. And so there's that. It's also, let's see, I'm just reading off here. Oh, it's obviously a feminine color. Yeah, pink is pretty hard to make masculine. Okay, so it's a feminine color. It's also demure, and it's soft. It's a soft feeling color. So when we look at pink, we think about it being more soft, and that's kind of true, right? There's just a couple other pieces of. I'm going to save those dianthus for last. And I got a little. Now, here's an interesting thing. Green and pink, right? Green and pink together are a complementary color scheme. So when we have those two colors together, pink and green, it makes us more excited. When we see pink and green together, we're going to get excited. It's going to be like, it could be like a party color, okay? And of course, we know that when we see red and pink, or red and green together, that it's, you know, makes us think about Christmas and get excited because we're going to get presents, right? But the same thing happens when we see the pink and the green together. So I think that that's really fun. It's just a little different addition that happens. These zinnias look so great in here. Look at that. So how many of you like pink as your favorite color? I think that's interesting. You know, I mean, everybody has their own favorite color, and I love that. I mean, each of us are allowed to have our own favorites, and I just think pink is it looks so great. It's funny, our bedroom is painted purple. I know, Claudia and Yolanda just clapped. That was great. But the wallpaper in there is predominantly pink. And so it is Ellie Cashman wallpaper that I just adore, and it was my one splurge when we redecorated the house because it's expensive and it's from England, and it is what it is. I was reading a cartoon in the Sunday paper this morning that says we're not supposed to say that. We're not supposed to say it is what it is anymore. We're supposed to say the Jim Jam and the Boom Boom and the Bim Bam or something like that, right? Because that saying is overused. I would agree. So, yeah, I mean, I love my Ellie Cashman wallpaper, and it looks great with the purple in that bedroom. And it has bugs and peonies and caterpillars and hydrangeas, and it's just lovely. I just love it. We have another one in the living room that is actually it's a black based one, and it's in the living room is aqua. Is this color? The living room's this color, and aqua color, and it looks great in there too because it just goes great with the rest of that stuff. But I love it, and so when I'm working with something like this, it just looks really, really good to have it in there with that. And pink plays off the purple because red is part of purple, right? We mix blue and red together, we get purple. So if we bring pink into a room with purple, it accents it wonderfully. This purple in here too. So see, I mean, look at how great this looks with all the other purple things inside this room. I have a couple more pieces of spirea here I think I should use because I don't know where else I'm going to use them. You know what? I take that back. No, I'm going to use them here. I'm going to use them in here. But look at that pink. The color of innocence, right? And I'm just going to put this up over the top of my lily blossom to detract from the fact that I broke off all the petals on it when I was messing with it this morning. Bringing it into the house. Ugh. Oh, well, it's the way it goes, right? Just looking to see if there was anybody else back here that I should have used inside here. No. Oh, look, one more little pink. Actually, I'm going to save him for something else. Got another project coming up over here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so look at that, our pink arrangement. Isn't that pretty? If you like pink as your favorite color, you have a tendency, it's sweeter, it's the color of innocence, it's feminine, it's demure, it's soft. We are going to mist this with our Chrysler Professional Glory. Give it a coat of an anti-transparent so that it'll be pretty. I'm going to slip this down inside a soft pink container with a little checkerboard print on the bottom. Check out on our Instagram, or follow us on Instagram or Facebook, You Bloom on Instagram, because Kel will post pictures of it in its. You guys always ask what these look like when they're in their natural setting. It'll may join us for flower cocktail hour, or you may get to see it right in the home where it goes. So something like that too. So I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, keep having fun with flowers.